The tough-serving Orlando Valkyries continue their westward swing, coming over from Omaha and lying in wait. It's the Vegas Thrill, pursuing their first winning streak in franchise history. Welcome to the Dollar Loan Center here in Henderson. A.J. Cannell alongside the former UC Irvine star and pro overseas Victoria Dennis. Busy stretch right now, Victoria, for the Vegas Thrill. 5 matches in 12 days. You want to try and stay fresh while remaining competitive.
Right, and staying fresh tonight, well, it's that right side position. Kat Bell in the starting lineup. We used to see Hippe, but Kat Bell needed to rest those legs maybe a little bit, coming back home to America after playing in China. A fresh start for her and the Thrill this evening.
No matter who's at right side, though, we know the Thrill can lean on Molly McCage in the middle.
Former Texas alumna and NCAA champion, named best blocker back-to-back seasons in Germany, currently hitting 300 on the season for the Thrill. Efficiently puts balls away not only in serve receive, but in transition at a high rate. A steady leader for the Thrill.
Well, on Sunday in Omaha, it was a tough 4-set loss for the Orlando Valkyries. Really didn't get the offense going. They do get Adora Anai back on the outside today, but either way, Wilma Rivera, the setter, has to get this offense going.
She sure does. A member of the Puerto Rican national team, Rivera runs a crafty offense. As the quarterback of the team, she gets all of her offensive threats going, keeping Orlando's opponents having to stay true on defense. Recently named best server of the World Olympic qualification, Rivera knows how to start and finish points.
Yeah, Rivera and Anai are both great servers, each with 7 aces on the season. Should be a tough task for this at times struggling passing team that has been the Vegas Thrill. Hopefully get back on track in that category today and do it against the Orlando Valkyries. Vegas, Orlando coming up here from the Dollar Loan Center in Henderson. Straight ahead.
High performance moment of the week, brought to you by Ren Athletics.
14-12. Sydney Hilly. Maddox pulls the setter off. Right side swing. We're done. Match point. Las Vegas takes their inaugural match and starts at 1-0.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
The wait is finally over. A concept years in the making becomes a reality tonight.
We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight's going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway. And what a start. And a serve for Wiley. Picks out Nunaviller.
Just so
Talking to the players. Keys to the match afterward.
Right, yeah.
And welcome back to Vegas. It's the Orlando Valkyries against the Vegas Thrill. A.J. Cannell, Victoria Dennis. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Orlando. It's Adora Anai returning to the mix on the outside. She is joined by the undersized but extremely talented Jill Gillen. Brown and white in the middle. Rivera, Murphy, and company. Adora Anai. We take a look at what she has brought to the table this year. The 7 aces. When she has been healthy, has been around 4 kills per set this season. By the way, Ajani Teeler working her way into the lineup as well at opposite is a key for Orlando. Meanwhile, for Vegas, it's about what you would expect with Glass Childress at center, McCage, Van Buskirk in the middle, Maddox Gonzalez on the outside, Murr at libero, but then it's Kat Bell who is playing right side today. Kat Bell, starting right side hitter for Vegas, taking the place of Saskia Hippe. And Hippe just, I would almost call it a load management day, to steal an NBA term that often gets thrown around, with a busy stretch right now for Vegas. Amy Pauley is the visiting head coach for the Orlando Valkyries. She is in her first year and is 2-3, as is the team. Former USC assistant, former UAB head coach Fran Flory, head coach for the Vegas Thrill. 2-2 record to start for Vegas. LSU head coach for 24 years. Keys to the match with Vic.
For the Vegas Thrill, activate the middles. We need to get the middles involved, especially with McCage. She is on fire every time she's on that court, so watch them to activate those middles. As for Orlando, aggressive serving. They want to serve as well as they can to try and get the Thrill out of system. We can expect to see that this evening.
Set to go here in Vegas. Again, for the Thrill, talking about the 3rd of 5 matches in 12 days. Also 4 in a row at home. And a 3rd of 4 in this homestand as well. They're coming off a win against San Diego on Monday, in which it was dominant for them. 3-0 sweep, 25-16, 25-15, and then slightly closer in the 3rd, 25-21. Season high 333 for Alicia Glass Childress's offense in that one. And it's Rivera with her jump serve starting it off. Molly McCage, slide kill.
McCage showing us why she was the player to watch for this ball game. We can expect the Thrill to find her inside out and transition. She's always up, always available, and that is hard to do as a middle blocker.
Now Gabby Gonzalez with the first Thrill serve. Rivera to Michaela White. She is dug. And now Maddox from the outside. Block touch there. Pushing it to Teeler, who played at Kentucky. Maddox again, rolls soft. Great cover by Kylie Murr. Anai chooses to tip. Kat Bell has pancaked it, but the play is whistled dead. That is a challengeable call.
It sure is. Kat Bell going with confidence. She read that very well, as there will be a challenge on this play. From my point of view, I saw a perfect pancake, a pancake being a defensive move where you lay your hand flat out on the ground like a pancake, and that ball drops right on top of it.
It looked textbook from our view.
And then let's talk about Murr getting that second touch up and over the net too.
Yeah,
what
there
an
was
athletic play.
There was a lot going on at that point. Besides that one pancake sequence, there had already been some excellent scrambling, really for both teams, but especially for Vegas to keep the point alive. And yeah, so to further explain, right, Fran Flory was talking about how with Hippe, they love how she's playing, and they want to be smart in terms of the usage, and they don't feel like they're really shortchanging themselves now by putting Kat Bell into the lineup at all. Of course, we know how talented Kat Bell is, so just an opportunity to get Hippe a breather, although she is available to play. So it got enough of the floor there that it is called not a legal pancake, and the call on the floor is upheld. So both of us, me and Victoria, are 0 for 1 trying to guess those. No surprise.
I am.
That hit the block and hit the antenna and went out, so it's a kill for Hannah Maddox.
Maddox has been a go-to offensive threat for the Thrill on the left side as an outside hitter. Spoke with her earlier. Her family's in the building visiting, so excited for her to celebrate with her team on that ace.
The first ace of the season for Molly McCage. She has had her issues as a server this year. Great sign for a team that, according to their head coach, Fran Flory, is trying to serve a little bit more effectively and tougher. Run the middle, Michaela White on the over dig. A touch for Gillen. Now Gillen again. Undersized outside, who really is an explosive athlete.
Undersized, she's 5'7". It is so impressive what she can do as an athlete, especially at this level of ball. In her position as an outside hitter, you'll see athletes 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2" on average, and she's in this ball game playing at 5'7" and plays it extremely well.
Change of pace kill there for Hannah Maddox. And we were told by Amy Pauley, Valkyries head coach, that Gillen has a 30-inch vertical, and normally, now granted a lot of these players are taller and longer, but you might normally see around a 24-inch vertical. That is smacked. And a couple of changes at opposite. We talked about Kat Bell coming in for Hippe, and you have on the Orlando side as Johnny Teeler is getting the nod with Chai Joseph out for the second straight game, sprained foot. It was a tough pass for Childress to deal with, and so a point for the Valkyries.
Right, it's always tough to play those, especially when they get tight to the net. As an attacker, you don't want to go under the net and hurt your opponent or hurt yourself, so sometimes it's best to just let those ones go.
That was clearly an illegal touch by Lane Van Buskirk, carrying the ball, possessing it for too long.
Lane making contact on that ball, as you said, for a bit too long, and it qualifies as a throw. So the amount of time that you touch does play effect.
Kat Bell coming in, taking an outside swing on this serve-receive rotation, getting the kill.
Firing away on the left side, great handball contact there. She saw the seam and she took advantage of that opportunity.
So Hannah Maddox, the resident jump server for the Thrill, goes back there and puts a lot into that one. Gets the overpass. Couldn't be put away, though, by Gonzalez. A swing for Bell from the right side. Tough one, and she got it done.
Back-to-back points, one on the left, one on the right for Bell, showing us how you get your feet to the ball. If you're a pin attacker, watch Kat Bell. Look at her feet get right up to that ball. She jumps up to the ball, not at the ball. Up to the ball, attacking high.
Maddox has a little extra oomph on the jump serves today.
She sure does, with the family in the stands and all.
Maybe that's part of it. That adrenaline flowing a little bit more. Yeah, she has struggled at times to get her serve going. It's been so good in most aspects of the game, but maybe, from what I'm noticing, maybe she was told to be okay to miss one or two like that. You know, it's okay, just better off that way, because then you can really let it loose.
Right, it's about that ace to air give and take, right? If you are a green light server, meaning you have the green light to get after it, to get your opponents out of system, then go for it. Get yourself a good toss out in front and drive that ball.
If you're going to be aggressive, you have to be willing to live with a few errors. And I thought I saw some more aggressive serves there from Maddox than we had seen, even though she's been jump serving all year. On the slide, that is put away hard by Kaz Brown out of Kentucky as well.
Her 5th year as a pro, running that slide behind, making great contact with that ball, driving it down the line.
It's a good combo, her and Michaela White as the two middles. Amy Pauley says they're underrated. Timing is off, but still tapped over by McCage. D-ball swing for Ajani Teeler. Now out of system, Bell just touches it over with two hands. Adora Anai cross court, Murr with the dig. White has to play with her hands on the combo. Anai fits it through and down.
Anai finding a solution to that play. She fired away on her first attack, got set again back to back, and went with an off-speed shot. She saw the defense of the Thrill, dug in on her, and just dropped that ball down in front.
She was sat versus Omaha for the same reason that sitting today is Kat Bell. What a scramble sequence for the Thrill. Down the line, Murr digs again. Off the block, Gonzalez. Rivera back row, Gillen ends the point. She says that's enough.
Two digs for Murr, the libero for the Thrill, though, keeping her team alive. Defense is heart and attitude, and Mir has that 110%.
She played 1 year at Minnesota, was all Big Ten first team after setting the Ohio State career digs record. I always wonder if you're in that situation, you play 4 years at one spot, and then kind of at almost a rival, you play, maybe not a rival, but same conference at least, you play a year. Who do you end up rooting for the rest of your life?
I don't know, right? I mean, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into the Buckeyes there for her.
Molly McCage looming large. Fascinating matchup between these middles. A 1-point Thrill lead. Rivera tried to go over on two. Gabby Gonzalez was covering it. Maddox digs Anai. There goes Murr again. Nearly saved another point. But instead, the Valkyries strike.
Well, it's going to go back and forth all evening long. We can see 10-10 on the board. Both teams are siding out at a high percentage, and both teams are digging volleyballs right now, AJ.
Being treated to some high quality early on. These teams met on February 10th in Orlando. And 3 of the 4 sets in that were very close, with the exception of a set 2 blowout win for the Valkyries. They won the match. The Valkyries did 3-1. Gonzalez is stuffed. Michaela White showering in the praise.
White did a fantastic job of closing that block. We can see her take that crossover step, and then it's her right hand pressing into that seam, just taking space.
I want everyone to keep an eye on Michaela White as Rivera laces one down the line, and a great celebration behind the play on that one from Orlando, which exactly was what I was going to mention with White. She is maybe the best in terms of the celebrations in the league.
I'll give it to her. I'll give it to her.
Keep an eye on White after she scores a point in the middle for Orlando. On the slide, the cage is stuffed. That time it was Adora Anai on the outside.
Anai saying thank you very much with that stuff block. Did a fantastic job of tracking her attacker and taking that cross away.
It's a 4-0 run for Orlando. Rivera pounds one. No surprise, this run coming on her serve. Shoved off the block. Good cover by White. McCage is blocked by White, and there you go.
Okay, you're right. White does have a fantastic celebration. Why not have fun? This game, it's fun. Games are supposed to be fun. And we could see that with White right there.
on that last confrontation, actually, I don't know if she actually got that ball to the net. This time, she goes off of White and down. So I'm not sure if you actually would credit White with a block on that previous play. Have to take a closer look. But anyway, finally a key side out off of that Rivera service run.
McCage with that side out saying, I'm about ready to end this run.
Not a good pass by Anai there, but out of system, gets a strong swing. Murr right there for it. Here's Maddox. Block touch. Rivera. And a stuff block. Taylor got there.
Tunnel vision for McCage. A huge block move to the left side of this net. Look at that crossover step, and it's her right hand that's taking away that hard cross.
You know, this match is quickly becoming about the middles. It's McCage versus White right now. Here's White, one-arm dig, Cat Bell. In transition, Maddox aiming for the corner, no.
Well, when you asked me what the keys to the game were, my first answer was it's gonna be some middle-on-middle action.
And that is what we've seen through the first 27 points of volleyball here in the Dollar Loan Center. This is our automatic timeout. It's 15-12, Orlando midway through the first set.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we are only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
It's the high performance moment of the week, brought to you by Ren Athletics.
14-12. Sydney Hilly. Maddox pulls the setter off. Right side swing. We're done. Match point. Las Vegas takes their inaugural match and starts at 1-0.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
Hit the 15-point timeout with the Valkyries up by 3 over the Thrill here in the first set. And we were just touching on this going out. You had it as one of your keys to the match, middle-on-middle crime so far.
Absolutely. I mean, the passing has made it able for both teams right now to get those middles going, and when you have a middle so effective as White, as McCage, you really need to get them in rhythm and get them going, keeping the defense guessing.
Good pass by Murr there as Maddox unleashes again, blocked though. That's a joust. Childress elbows it out. Now it's Maddox, another swing, just gets it over. And White goes into the top of the tape. She thumped that one, but just missed it.
McCage is out for vengeance. She got stuck blocked one time, and she said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it to you twice. Look at this move right here in this replay, staying on her middle and then just taking away that hard cross.
That was taped though there by McCage by White as Gillen pounds one through the block and down.
Last match versus the Thrill, Gillen had 14 kills, hitting .250, is a rookie here in the league.
Yeah, she came to Orlando in a trade as that went on the wrong side of the antenna. And interesting comments from Amy Pauley on that trade, which occurred on draft day, talking about Gillen coming over from Omaha along with Abby Hansen. The trade was precipitated by the fact that Hansen is still going to graduate school at UCF as Cat Bell kills one. But once the teams got talking, Amy Pauley, who thought she wanted Jill Gillen in the draft anyway, then second-guessed herself and took Paige Briggs instead, had a chance to go back on that. And because of the Hansen confusion where Omaha drafted Hansen, then realized she actually was stuck in Orlando, the two teams got together. Amy Pauley said, you know what, I wanted Jill Gillen all along. She's my type of player, it was meant to be. And so they did a 4-player trade with Paige Briggs and Sophie Davis going to Omaha for Jill Gillen and Abby Hansen, as we're going to see Paula Sarame come in and take the ball right now to serve. Paula Sarame Any connection there with Paulina Sarame on the Vegas side, I asked? Yes, they're cousins, and they're nearly identical in terms of their name. Paula and Paulina. That was Maddox. She got a piece of a defender. It was Sarame for a point.
What Maddox did so well there during that swing, take a look at her core. She uses her entire core to hit through that ball. A lot of the time, young athletes think, oh, if I have strong arms, I can hit the ball as hard as I can. No, it's much like throwing a football, throwing a baseball. A lot of your power comes from your core.
Point there for Jill Gillen and the Valkyries. So you're saying, wake up and do those sit-ups.
Or planks. Either one works.
Crunches, planks.
Nah, crunches are for show. Planks, that's the stability you need, AJ.
Some dead bugs.
There you go.
We can keep going. It's Gonzalez off the block and down.
Tooling high hands there for Gonzalez. Was able to identify the outside hand of the Orlando block.
Back row, Gillen has a big arm, very explosive player, and continues to show it.
As soon as she leaves the ground, she uncoils on that volleyball. There's no delay in her arm swing. She gets her feet to the ball. She uses her double arm lift to jump up off of that ground with that amazing vert. As soon as she's in the air, there's no delay. She's on top of that ball.
Gillen off to a 4 for 5 start. Adora Anai, the other outside for Orlando, is 3 for 5. But Kat Bell with an opposite kill. Kat Bell with that kill is now, as they update it, 3 for 4. No, I was right in waiting. 4 for 5 now. Kat Bell. Anai hammers one home.
Anai quick through the seam of the throw block. Able to find the court there in the cross.
Well, around the time we got to just underneath that 15-point timeout, we saw Wilma Rivera's service run. It took a few points in a row on her serve, and that's what has made the difference in this first set so far, but she misses just a bit long there. Gonzalez had a couple of service runs of her own this year, had some big ones in Omaha to help deliver a 5-set win earlier this year. Anai threads it between the block and the net, and a quick side out.
Anai able to tool the inside of that block, such a powerful swing. She's so lethal on the left side for Orlando, was able to catch McCage on her way down from that block. What's
Anai's biggest strength as a player?
I think she has great vision. I think she sees the game really well. She has a high volley IQ. An outstanding collegiate career can attest to that, and she's been playing pro ball for 6 years.
And we've seen Vegas run all the way to the front row a few times behind the end line to score points, as Orlando thinks they have this one. We saw conflicting signals. Initially, a point awarded to the Thrill, but then the correction coming in from the R1, Bill Thornburg. And apparently there was a touch, so it's a 23-18 Valkyries lead, and it's a Fran Flory timeout. Valkyries 2 points away from a first set win here in Dollar Loan Center. Vegas will try and stage a late surge.
Years in the making becomes a reality tonight.
We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight is going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway, and what a start. And a serve for Whiteley. Picks out Nana Miller.
Just so
It's the high performance moment of the week, brought to you by Ren Athletics.
14-12. Sydney Hilly. Maddox pulls the setter off. Right side swing. We're done. Match point. Las Vegas takes their inaugural match and starts at 1-0.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
We gonna take it, 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 gonna take it,
Welcome back here to Dollar Loan Center. AJ Cannell, Victoria Dennis. It's 23-18. Coming off a Fran Flory timeout. And we're seeing that last point was in anyway, regardless of any contact. So just probably a case where the R1, Bill Thornburg, pointed in the wrong direction. Because Bolt 6 comes in with those calls automatically. Thornburg is joined by Suzanne Lowry as the R2. Anai's jump serve is handled by Murr, but Childress has to go a ways to get it. So an opportunity here for the Valkyries. Gillen just punches it over. Glass Childress slide in the cage off the top of the block and way up and down.
Glass Childress is such a fun setter to watch. I mean, talk about volley IQ, right? National champion, Olympian. Finding her middles in transition is what she does so well.
McCage already has an ace to her name this set. Here is Teeler. Block gets there. Gillen goes slow. Kat Bell dives to keep it up, but it wasn't quite enough. And it's set point now for the Valkyries.
The Valkyries currently hitting 380 in the first set. The Thrill 230.
Well, that'll do it. Typically. Here's Bell. Keeping the hopes alive right now.
Bell is a steady athlete, finding ways to score in the back row on that D ball, a back right side attack as she just rotated into the front row now.
Alicia Glass Childress serves. Float serve there. Push to the right side. Maddox blocks Ajani Teeler. Gabby Gonzalez keeps the set alive against Brown, and Maddox puts it away to cut the margin to 3.
Great dig there from Gonzalez. Let's talk about that set from Glass Childress on her knees. A perfect set location for Maddox to go and just rip that ball off high hands and putting it away.
So a timeout with Orlando. Up 24-21, backs against the wall. We will step aside as well here in Dollar Loan Center.
Our day has dawned.
A new horizon is upon us.
Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together.
Rally with us!
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
We're going to see if the Vegas Thrill can work their way back closer into this set. The first set. And they've saved a couple of set points in a row. Overpass, but just enough there to get the set on the ball. Now this is way up top in the middle for a joust. Point still alive. Bell tips. Sliding underneath is Georgia Murphy. Back row, big piece of the net for a 9. Kat Bell, cross court, that might have been going out. You saw Wilma Rivera uncertain of whether to play it or not. She wound up touching it.
Right, taking the bait there on that wide swing. Bell here had 2 up, had to take that hard cross and then just tagging her opponent.
It was going to be close. Rivera setting Brown for the point ender. Brown, now Teeler is dug. Vegas can get within 1. They block Gillen back into her face. Hello. I believe Kat Bell was the one there on the double block.
Wow, what a block from Kat Bell, getting the fans and Vegas community involved. A roof of a block. A big swing to the outside and pressing straight across and down. It doesn't get more perfect than that from Kat Bell.
That is exactly why they chose today to sit Hippe and put Bell in. As Kat, number one, she's going to have an important role and probably be a starter when all is said and done full time this year. One of the most talented players on the roster. But the one thing is, if you're going to find a match to sit Hippe and go with Bell during this stretch for kind of rest purposes for Hippe, they like this matchup because of how potent the Orlando outsides are, and they feel like Bell is their better blocking opposite, whereas Hippe is more offensive minded.
Right, I mean, Kat Bell, she's a big-time defensive player. She's making digs right now. It's only the first set. Making digs, making blocks, putting the ball away. I saw her in warm-ups. It was tunnel vision focus. I mean, she's a seasoned veteran and just knows how to get the job done.
Kat Bell, no hitting errors, 6 for 9 with 4 digs and that stub block. And Vegas can send this to deuce. One more chance to put it away, and Jill Gillen would not be denied there. A moment ago had one blocked back to her face, but she gets the ultimate payback and kills the first set in favor of Orlando.
I love Orlando going back to Gillen there for redemption on that swing. She did not shy away from the block and swung through it, finding herself a point with that first set.
It was 24-19. Vegas scored 4 in a row, but Orlando at the last possible point wins it 25-23 in the first.
So proud of you boys. Let's go celebrate now. Let's go.
Now, we were treated to a first set that did not disappoint. Vegas came back from 24-19 down and took Orlando to a 5th straight set point. Came close, but lost 25-23. Take a look at some special guests here, Victoria.
Las Vegas Aces in the building. Kia Stokes and Alicia Clark coming to support their fellow neighbors here with Thrill.
Was Clark here last time too?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it might be 2 in a row for her.
Big volley fans.
Always great to have that support. It shows you if Aces are buying in, I mean, all the more reason for you to get out here if you're in the Vegas area, check out a match. Start of the second set, tip, Gillen, batted back over. Back row, Anai. This is what's going to become more and more difficult as the night goes along. That combo right there, Gillen and Anai as outsides.
Right, and Anai getting up on that back row big attack, especially in the first rally. I love to see a quick big action, a quick being that middle blocker running their route in front of the setter, and then the big running right behind it.
Cat Bell is roofed, and that was Kaz Brown.
Brown, her 5th year as a professional athlete. An AVCA All-American honorable mention at Kentucky.
Got all that one. Where does Childress go? To Van Buskirk, and she is blocked.
A few momentum plays right now for Orlando. It's still early on in the second set. A lot of volleyball to be played. It's just one steady side out here for the Thrill.
Well, remember, the first set between these two teams in Orlando was an identical score, 25-23 Orlando. The second set was 25-10 Orlando in an eventual 4-set win for the Valkyries. Cat Bell looks to get Vegas on the board, cannot. She was dug by Georgia Murphy, and it's put away by Brown. The Valkyries are off to a gigantic start.
They really are, and they're rolling off that momentum that Brown is bringing right now. She's blocking the ball, she's getting on her route in transition, finding a way to score here on that slide.
You know, they lost to Omaha on Sunday without Anai, but Amy Pauley said they were really happy about how they made some changes during that match and finished strong. Splitting the gap is Teeler, and it's 5-zip.
Teeler finding the seam in that block and swinging straight through it.
Well, right now the Valkyries are on pace to stick one on the Thrill, just like they did in the second set in Orlando back on February 10th. We'll see, though, with an early timeout, Vegas still has the opportunity here to respond in the second.
We gonna take it, 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 gonna take it,
wait is finally over. A concept years in the making becomes a reality tonight.
We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight is going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway. And what a start. And a serve for Wiley. Picks out Nunaviller.
Just so
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
Come out of an early thrill timeout, down 5-0 in the second set. Vic back to the drawing board here, and Berkeley Oblad is going to come in for Lane Van Buskirk. In the middle for Vegas. Set to Bell, taking an outside swing. Teeler tips middle, tough spot. Oblad sends it toward the back corner. Nicely done there. Gillen out of sync timing-wise, but found the setter first ball. Maddox cross court, and the thriller on the board.
That is such a fun swing to rip when you're a right-handed attacker on the right side of the court. I mean, you have all the angle you want to work with, especially because that's your power swing. You're swinging high in front of your face across your body, and that will hug the left side of the court.
How difficult is it as an outside hitter to take that half rotation sometimes on the right side and try and execute, as Brown made that look easy?
She sure did make that swing look easy, but when you're a right-handed attacker on the right side, you really have to focus on getting your feet to the ball a little bit more than on the left side. So you want to start your approach maybe half a step into the court, so then you can step close quick to the ball.
Alicia Glass-Childress sets the back row, and Maddox misses into the net.
That was the right route to run. A great set there. Maybe just brought the ball down a little bit in the attack, but I'd love to see them go back to Maddox there on that big attack. Nobody was up on that block.
It's one thing with some younger outsides, a little tougher times to go to the well there, as much as you might see, for instance, Orlando do. But Kat Bell gets one done from the right side, 7-2.
Bell contacting that ball outside of her body and then going thumbs down on the ball, driving it hard cross.
Rivera sets Brown, pancake by her counterpart at middle. Oblad. A nigh off of Bell into the floor.
The block has to stay disciplined. They're doing a good job right now with the thrill, but with having a front row setter for Orlando, she's going to be a little bit crafty. Rivera right now, number 12. For Orlando, she's spreading her offense. She's kicking her middle behind her and then feeding her outside attacker.
Kat Bell keeps it going. She's been the most effective hitter so far for Vegas. Comes up with her 8th kill, hitting close to 400 in this one. Yeah, we're seeing a good match. You mentioned Wilma Rivera, who played collegiately at both Penn State and Louisville, originally from Puerto Rico. Experienced pro and national team player. Great set by Glass-Childress. How did she get that one in sync with McCage?
I mean, she makes magic happen at the end of the day. Watch Glass-Childress. They are in sync. I was talking with them earlier. Their connection, the center-middle connection, it's so special. And when you're able to connect like that, why not get the ball to her as often as possible?
That was a slide that almost turned into a back one, it looked like, on that previous point. But quick side out by Orlando.
Right, I love pushing that tempo. Even when you're running the slide and you get pushed and you're hugged on that right side, still run that route. If you have to change it into back one, you can call it in the air because you're already pushed so far right.
It's a more conventional slide. It's just as effective.
With that, the throw finding this first ball side out. McCage being able to find a solution to that ball.
Hey, they've stopped the bleeding, given themselves an opportunity to go on a run and get right back in the set. But Orlando also siding out quickly with a Johnny Teeler.
Right, and it's going to continue to go back and forth like that. You have to respect Orlando's offense. I mean, Rivera runs a fantastic offense on her side of the net, but for the thrill, it's about getting a first ball side out and then going back and pushing 1 to 2 points at the service line. Just keep chipping away and chipping away.
There's Bell back middle, waiting on the call, no contact, clearly out, and Orlando takes a point.
Bell on that back row attack. When attacking back row, you have to jump behind the 10-foot line. You can contact the ball and land inside the 10-foot line, also known as the 3-meter line.
Yeah, I'm good with either. Some people really get particular on
international
their
ball
metric system.
Right. Yeah. What a side out and point. McCage going behind.
Sealer's getting a lot of burn in this one. Again, a Johnny Teeler in there with the absence of Shaina Joseph, who is out for the second straight game with a foot injury.
Teeler played club in Texas, of course, growing up. Was a bronze medalist at the USA Open, her 17th year.
Cat Bell wants contact, no. Yeah, Teeler actually was recently named, as we're going to see a challenge here from Fran. Teeler was just recently, very recently, I think within, I don't know, the past, if I don't want to be wrong here, but I believe within the past week, I could be wrong, was named an assistant for Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt has never played volleyball before, or at least not in recent memory. They're starting their new program, and they're going to begin in 2025. And Teeler is going to be on the staff at that point.
Just another testament to the sport growing in America. The #1 youth sport, well, it used to be t-ball. Now it's girls youth volleyball in America. A big block touch that we're looking at here. The home crowd letting us know their thoughts on that call, cheering as Glass Childreth heads to the service line.
Bolt 6 technology and the 22 cameras coming up big if you're a Vegas fan. 2-point swing there. Oh man, Brown unloading. That is a back one.
It sure is. Brown getting right behind her setter. Brown is up in the air on setter contact. That's so important to recognize here. Sometimes middles can be either too early or too late, but Brown, it was copy and paste every single time. She is up in the air when the setter has the ball in her hands.
Amy Pauley telling us that Brown had a little bit of a rough experience. She most recently was in Greece in her pro travels overseas, and one of the great reasons why, you know, if you're a player, you love the advent of this league as Brown comes through again. She had trouble getting paid when she was overseas in Greece and was more than happy to come here and join this operation.
Right, unfortunately, that does happen playing overseas depending where you go, but one thing you'll never have to worry about here with the Pro Volleyball Federation.
We're on the up and up here as you see the serving sub, Sarame, go into the net there. She is going to help receive this serve from Hannah Maddox. Gillen Block got enough of it. Bell has to put this over. Anai one-arms it pretty well there. Gillen is stopped. It's Oblad there out of Utah. Berkeley Oblad.
Oblad, a fantastic middle blocker for the throw, coming into this game and making a difference. Look at her recognize that ball setter, ball hitter, eye work, closes and absolutely clamps down on that block.
Of course, Oblad went to school at the University of Utah, but originally is from right here in Henderson, Nevada, in Coronado High School.
So how special for her to play in her backyard, professional sports.
And she's, according to Coach Flory, who you just saw, has done more than enough to earn her spot in the lineup. But sometimes you can be a victim of your own versatility. Because she's adept at both the M1 and M2 positions, they like her right now coming in as the change of pace option. Orlando blocks. Bell put one in the column for Kaz Brown.
Brown knows that the throw, want to find Bell. It's a high out of system set, a close block. That's a tough swing to hit.
Brown hitting .450 with 5 kills and 2 blocks. It's been a good day so far for her and Michaela White. White not so much as a hitter, but also has 2 stuff blocks. Normally White's very effective as a hitter, but hitting negative so far today. There's another for Brown.
That's 12 kills now for Brown in the middle. I'm sorry, 6.
6 for 12, right?
Yeah, 6 for 12, thank you.
And a touchdown lead, and maybe the 2-point conversion for Orlando, not yet. Here's White with a swing. And Bell down the line, instead cuts it to 6.
Quick arm putting that away from Bell on the right side. Again, getting her feet to the ball. Watch her as she attacks this ball. It's thumbs down, down the line. She was able to go hard cross or down the line with how she was approaching to that ball. And she found that point.
McCage does enough as they set the gap.
And this is where you keep chipping away. You chip away, you chip away. You try and get Orlando out of system. You have Kat Bell at the service line applying that service pressure. And now you got to dig in and find a way to score in transition.
Anai rifles one cross court. I mean, that's just a powerful swing from a player that didn't take the most complete approach there. She wasn't high up in the sky or anything, just using that arm strength.
Right, it's that step close and her vision. She sees the block in front of her and she's able to hit around it. With authority, may I say.
With authority. Some vindictiveness with that authority. But we heard about this as a possibility for Vegas. Just more than anything, you know, you see some teams will use it when they're out of rhythm or they're looking for something different with the setter. Alicia Glass-Childress is so good, they don't have to use it for that reason. But the double sub, more just for matchup purposes and to give their starters a break. So Hippe comes in and Anise Havili comes in for the thrill. Smart move by Ajani Teeler.
What a dig there from the libero for Orlando. Murphy getting in there, reading it very well, just lifting that ball on her side. A rookie played at Oregon. The thrill looking to use that unforced error from Orlando.
Gabby Gonzalez, also a rookie out of Oregon with the serve. This time the block all over that swing, but they were in the net.
So going back to talk about that 6-2 switch that the Thrill had, they have, as you can see, a new setter on the court and a new right side, as AJ, you mentioned, and The reason why one would do a 6-2 switch is, well, to have a different view on the court and to always have 3 options at the net, just like that Hippe taking that swing. 3 attackers at the net at all times and a back row setter.
Because of the substitution limits, you really can only do that move once in a pro format. You could do it all set if you want in the NCAA, but fewer substitutions allowed here in the pros. Vegas does it, but really more than anything, it appears to get a couple of their players a breather because they're down big, 21-13 here in the second set in Henderson.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
It's the high performance moment of the week, brought to you by Ren Athletics.
14-12. Sydney Hilly. Maddox pulls the setter off. Right side swing. We're done. Match point. Las Vegas takes their inaugural match and starts at 1-0.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
Well, the game plan for Amy Pauley and the Orlando Valkyries was serve tough, be aggressive, and lay the pressure on the Vegas Thrill. And they've been able to do enough of that to take a close first set win and a sizable second set lead. Here's another jump serve by Adora Anai. Kylie Murr with an excellent pass, and Saskia Hippe is on the scoreboard today. She's been the team leader in kills in 3 straight matches coming off the bench as part of the double sub today. She's been, for the most part, getting a rest day, although we were told she would be available in the double sub.
Right, Hippe, that fast arm swing on the right side, always finds a way to score.
Well, they find a way to score again. Checking in for the Vegas Thrill for the first time, Kenna Sauer gets a block. Sauer was claimed off the Grand Rapids practice squad on February 12th. Gillen high off the block, dug by Gonzalez. And Sauer has injected some life into the lineup.
Right, sometimes you just need another look, you need another flow on the court, finding that rhythm, finding that energy, and that's what the Thrill are seeing here right now. They're seeing the substitutions coming into the bench, they're seeing the depth that they have on the bench coming in and being able to make a change.
Played collegiately, Sauer did at Houston and Texas Tech and Missouri, 3 schools. There's a back row attack violation, foot on the line. I think they're going to challenge it, or are they just calling time here? Timeout, Orlando. So Vegas puts in the subs and gets itself with a bit of a run now, back within 4 against the Valkyries.
Over a concept years in the making becomes a reality tonight. We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight is going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway. And what a start. And a serve for Whiteley. Picks out Nana Miller.
Just so...
It's the high performance moment of the week, brought to you by Ren Athletics.
14-12. Sydney Hilly. Maddox pulls the setter off. Right side swing. We're done. Match point. Las Vegas takes their inaugural match and starts at 1-0.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
We gonna take it, 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 gonna
take it, 21-17, back within 4 as the Thrill are getting ready to go. As AJ Cole, Raiders punter, is in the house, we were told. I think we have a shot of him, maybe not. We'll get one in a second. Gillen through the block, ends the run. We're going to see a serving sub come in, and it's the 26-year veteran, Audi Cruz. Played collegiately at Florida. There's AJ Cole, Raiders punter.
Sitting with Kylie Cole, his wife. Kylie, a professional volleyball athlete herself, played at ASU, and I played with her sister Cassidy Pickrell,
Nice.
her maiden name, Kylie Pickrell. Her sister Cassidy played with me at UCI. Cassidy now flies C-17s for the U.S. Air Force.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have the Coles in attendance. Good news is for AJ, as I'm sure he very well knows, you can use your foot in volleyball. If you want. Wouldn't recommend it, but you can. Brown down. And a point for the Valkyries. It was 21-13. Thrill scored 4 in a row, prompting the timeout. But now Orlando getting closer to the finish line in set 2. Back to the original combination of Kat Bell and Alicia Glass-Childress to complete the double sub. It's Bell down the line. And Bolt 6 says it was out. And the officials said there was no contact. So a set point for Orlando.
Orlando really locked in right now on defense. They're playing disciplined defense. They're not guessing. They're in the right spot, and then they're reading and reacting.
Oh, Gillen has ended each of the first 2 sets with a monster kill. And this was more routine for the Valkyries. 25-18 for Orlando in the second after they took the first set 25-23 with a late Vegas surge. There wasn't really much of a doubt here in the second. Jill Gillen with 11 kills to lead Orlando. And Vegas gonna have to go back to the drawing board once again, down by 2 sets.
Our day has dawned.
A new horizon is upon us.
Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real, Pro Volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
Now keep in mind, this is a former libero talking to a former pin hitter. And moments ago, Amy Pauley caught up with Victoria Dennis. All right, some audio issues there. We'll try and get you that interview, which we promised there was audio there when we taped it. So we'll try and work out the technical issue there, maybe get that interview to you. But for now, we'll take a break. It is Orlando up 2-0 over Vegas here in the Dollar Loan Center, and doing it pretty decisively, I thought, after two. We'll talk about the stats, we'll talk about the notable storylines, and hopefully we'll get that interview going if we can.
It's the high performance moment of the week, brought to you by Ren Athletics.
14-12. Sydney Hilly. Maddox pulls the setter off. Right side swing. We're done. Match point. Las Vegas takes their inaugural match and starts at 1-0.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
The wait is finally over. A concept years in the making becomes a reality tonight. We have stars that are sure to make a splash and turn some heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight is going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway. And what a start. And a serve for Whiteley. Picks out Nana Miller.
Just so
We gonna take it, 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 gonna take it,
Okay. Coach, your team is hitting 360 right now. You also looked locked in on defense. What's the mindset coming into the third set here?
Well, first of all, I need bigger heels because I'm too short. But no, I think after our last match, we really talked about starting strong and finishing strong. And this long road stretch is a great test to our mental health. And so I think the team just showed up ready to play today. They're very, very, very dialed in from serve and pass, and that's an area that we need to keep improving on as the season goes on.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
AJ?
All right, we got you the interview there, and let's take a look now at a couple of additional special guests that are in the building. Really happy to see Jarrett Elliott, head coach of the back-to-back defending national champs, here.
Joining them with Stacy Sikora, the last shot. Stacy is a 3-time Olympian and in the Hall of Fame for Texas. There she is right there in the red jacket, red, white, and blue. 2-time All-American, 3-time Olympian, and silver medalist in the Hall of Fame at Texas. With those moves, absolutely, Stacy.
She's been dancing ever since she set foot in this building tonight.
Oh, she is just so much fun, lights up any room she goes into. And I had the pleasure of working with Stacy at the Durango Fall Classic, the largest high school girls volleyball tournament in America. I was here in Vegas, and Stacy
Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
let's go for the third set. Vegas trailing 2-0 here. They can come back and reverse sweep this. It'll be the first winning streak in Vegas Thrill history, but a lot of work to do after the Valkyries own the first 2 sets. AJ Cannell, Victoria Dennis, and at least one more set. Hopefully for the Thrill, more than that. Kat Bell gets off to a good start. She's been the best player today, I think, arguably, for the Vegas Thrill. Double-digit kills now.
Right, exactly. Double-digit kills, and is also putting up big blocks on defense. She's getting digs on defense. So all around, volleyball with an ace add to it. Why not, Kat Bell?
That was something Fran Flory was looking for. She was saying, look, I know we're not the best serving team, but we need to try and mix it up more. Yo-yo them a bit. Find someone who can serve short. That's exactly what Kat Bell did, and she keeps it going.
Back-to-back aces for Kat Bell. That big smile on her face, having some fun out there. Playing the chess game of volleyball, going short on the first and then cross court on the second.
Anai smacks it off the block. Bell and Murr converge. We're going to keep Kenna Sauer in the rotation. She got a swing. Lifted by Murr. Now Gabby Gonzalez. Anai down the line. Rivera back sets. Teeler. That is in for Orlando's first point.
Great extended rallies on both sides of the net. High out of system set, and then Orlando was able to find that one in system, but it's going to be who can win the long rallies. Both teams are digging volleyballs on their side of the net, but who can stay patient and buckle down and go point for point for point through these long extended rallies.
Gabby Gonzalez was waiting as Alicia Glass-Childress had a word with our R1, Bill Thornburg. White swipes that one down to the floor. Got it done.
Glass-Childress, number 6, the setter for the Vegas Thrills. Now in the front row, meaning she has a left side attacker and a middle blocker. We can see McCage on that slide.
This is Johnny Teeler. Had some nice swings from the right side for Teeler.
One thing that we saw there on the defensive side for the Thrill is Kat Bell is playing middle back defense. Gonzalez is in right back defense.
Which is unique, right?
Correct, because Bell right now is the right side attacker, usually plays right back defense, as we can see her here.
Somehow Gillen fit that one in.
A rare sight. McCage caught that coming down. She's so disciplined on her eye work. Just sometimes get unlucky and you mistime it.
Michaela White out of James Madison. She was a dominant force in the CAA. Served it, and McCage makes up for it. Line kill on the slide.
McCage is such a veteran athlete in her mindset. A phrase that I heard was the best athletes have the worst memories. You got to move on to the next point. If you mess up or something doesn't go your way, you're going to get bad reffing calls, whether you're playing U12 volleyball, high school, collegiate, or professional. It doesn't matter. Sometimes things don't go your way, but what you can control is how you react in those situations. And McCage reacts with class and like a veteran every single time.
Sauer gets dug. Gillen tips. And eventually out of play, point for the Thrill.
Thrill utilizing that unforced error and looking for a service run here. 1 or 2 points. Kat Bell now rotating back to the front row for the Thrill. The Thrill now having all 3 options at the net.
Rivera to Gillen, airmails it, and a point for the Thrill. This is really following the same pattern that we saw in Orlando when these teams converged. Close first set win for Orlando, bigger second set win for Orlando, then Vegas came back, took one in the third, wound up losing in 4. They're hoping to extend it and extend it even longer today, and that's another point for the Thrill. Looked like Oblad got that one against Teeler's back row attack.
Oblad has come into the game for the Thrill multiple times this season and truly makes a difference. She does her job really well.
No, Kaz Brown has had some monster swings. She is up over 500 today with 9 kills. Jill Gill, as they call her, served it. Almost a reverse touch there from Kat Bell. Got up there to block Brown. Setter took the first ball middle with the second ball, and Oblad, he was looking for an assist there, won't quite get it. Point continues. Glass Childress to Bell is blocked. It is covered. Bell again. You said win the long points.
Right, I said win the long points, and that's exactly what the Thrill did. Look at that tempo set inside. Bell just ripping that ball, but going under the net, showing sportsmanship in class.
Going under the net to show sportsmanship. On the joust, the setter won that one, but it stays in play. Sometimes those long rallies, they really give you momentum, but Anai stamps any momentum out for now with that kill.
Anai down the line on the outside. She just gets on it so fast, and it's her hand-to-ball contact, either when she's making contact with the ball, that middle finger up and over, or maybe on the left side or right side of the ball. That's how she's able to control it so well.
Oblad. One of the sweeter connections we have seen between Glass Childress and Berkeley Oblad in this young season.
Oblad running that gap set, a gap set being 3 to 4 feet from the setter, creating space, forcing that middle to bite on you, and then maybe you open one of the pin attackers, but that serve into the net will go to Orlando.
The serving's actually been pretty good today for Vegas. Fran Flory said, coming in, they have a lot of work to do to become a better serving team, but it's been good today. They have a few aces, positive serve efficiency, percentage. Get it right back on a Rivera service error. Here's Adora Anai, makes contact there with Kylie Murr and collects a point.
Murr read it. She saw it on the inside of that block. Watch Murr here at the top right hand of the screen. She saw it, but was caught just a little bit too far inside, but her vision was there.
Nice pass, Gonzalez. They'll go to McCage. Sealer has been a weapon.
Orlando finding ways to side out. Teeler being one of those ways. On that Jack Jill set, she had one up on her. She knew that that blocker was going to dive. She was able to see that and hit high hands.
She played middle as there's a foot fault. Teeler played middle in college as a national champion for Kentucky, hit .435 with 1.17 blocks per set as a middle. But she was drafted, Amy Pauley said, to be a right side. She said, Coach Pauley did, that she thinks Teeler could be a good pro as a middle, but can be a great right side or opposite. As Gillen springs and sends it down the line and in. Got that right past Kat Bell, but side out on the Michaela White miss serve.
Gill in on that last attack, 13 kills to her name, hitting .420 on the ball game. Standing at 5'7", but it don't matter, AJ. She is an athlete.
On the back run, Vegas ready for it. Oblad confronting Brown.
Doing their research in film, knowing exactly where Orlando wants to go on that set, and defending it 10 out of 10.
D-ball, Bell.
Bell thirsting for it and then receiving it. That set from Glass Childreth. Bell clapping, saying, give me that ball. I'm going to put it away.
You know, she did. And she's up to 12 kills, hitting .300. Very good, efficient, opposite performance today for Kat Bell coming back into the lineup. Timeout.
Over a concept years in the making becomes a reality tonight.
We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight is going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway. And what a start. And a serve for Whiteley. Picks out Nana Miller.
Just so
It's the high performance moment of the week, brought to you by Ren Athletics.
14-12. Sydney Hilly. Maddox pulls the setter off. Right side swing. We're done. Match point. Las Vegas takes their inaugural match and starts at 1-0.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today, available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
We gonna take it, 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 gonna take it,
Kaz Brown has had her moments for Orlando, but the last few points have been owned by Kat Bell, the Vegas Thrill. Bell's been the best server. She has 7 digs today for the Thrill. She has 13 kills, hitting .300. Gillen tips, and Sauer couldn't get there.
Great court vision, contacting that ball out in front. Finding that hole in the block.
This will be Johnny Teeler, who's from Grand Prairie, Texas. Too tight to the net there for Kenneth Sauer, and 2 in a row for Orlando coming off the media timeout that flexes at 15. We're going to see Sarame come in. Even though it's interesting you see a coach do that after a successful point on a serve, as opposed to right after a side out. And it worked. Any reason why a coach would wait, let Teeler serve one and then pull her for the serving sub?
It might have been a miscommunication amongst coaches or players. You usually don't see that. You want a server to get in a rhythm, but she's such an effective server that I can see coach subbing in for that one.
Yeah, I guess for one thing, it gives the opposing team just an additional look, someone else to have to worry about if you let both players serve for the price of still 1 sub. Yeah, Bell tried to get too cute there. One of the rare errors today for Kat Bell.
Right, she saw two up in front of her. She tried that off shot speed, and you know, they're humans too. Yes, they're the best in the world at what they do, but you know, Kobe Bryant, he missed a few shots in his day too.
Well, Bell quickly responding. We got a close third set here.
As a veteran does, Glass Childress knowing to go back to Kat Bell in back-to-back points, instilling that confidence in her attackers, and an ace serve for the Vegas Thrill.
Fran Flory again coming in. She was begging for a better serving day. They haven't had a ton of time to train it because they've had so many matches recently, but this has been one of, if not the best serving day for the Thrill. Well, the setter always wins those, and Rivera does there.
Rivera getting the second contact on that joust. That's how she's able to win that. Because usually, whoever touches that ball second at the net is able to throw it back down.
That one went off the block, then the antenna. For some perspective, by the way, Vegas on the season coming in, 5 aces, 46 service errors. Today, 4 aces, 4 service errors. Not even close. This has been their best day serving.
Right, and that's a reflection to the lead they currently have at the moment, applying that service pressure, getting Orlando out of system. They can't find their middles right now because the Thrill have been applying that service pressure.
Janet Kalanu-Valu comes in as a serving sub. Forces just an average pass out of Sarame, and McCage flexing the muscles.
Drawing up the plan as the Thrill did. It's that pressure serve that leads to an out-of-system play for Orlando. The Thrill know exactly where they want to set, and then they clamp down on that block.
And I will take that one. That was Kat Bell there. McCage kind of had the, she fooled me. She had the bigger celly, but Bell was the one that should take credit and had the block. Timeout by Orlando. Vegas is up by 4 and has a very good chance to send this match to a 4th set. We are in the midst of an Orlando timeout.
Our day has dawned.
A new horizon is upon us.
Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together.
Rally with us!
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
We've seen a resilient Vegas team, Vic, here in the 3rd set.
Right, it's going back to the team culture. I talked to Coach Fran a couple days ago and asked her, you know, what's the team culture of Vegas Thrill? She said she's excited about their tenacity. They play hard and they play through. They fight above the net, as we can see there, and they fight in the backcourt, and they stay in it until the opponent airs out. And they stay in it. Absolutely, AJ Kat Bell staying in it right there for her team.
Well, she is up to 16 kills now. And in the set has got 6. Yeah, it hasn't been perfect to begin the year for Vegas. They're 2-2, but they have shown the ability to fight through stuff and extend matches. They have not been swept this year. Having some issues here at the scorers table, I think, finalizing this because they had the Orlando subs all announced. Now waiting on Vegas. They have some explosive athletes. We're going to see Rivera jump serve in a second. We just saw Jill Gillen come down with that one, the rookie out of the University of Arkansas. Her mom played volleyball at Morehead State. Dad played basketball at UMKC. So I guess when you're a kid, you have a mom who played volleyball, dad basketball. You got those explosive hops for genes. Glass Childress. Bell. Glass Childress covers it. Cat again, just rolls it over. Found the setter though, smartly. Out of system, Anai missed. So a good play by Bell, just even on just a roll shot, finding the opposing setter.
Right, exactly. Volley IQ, again, something that I tell my 14s team at SCVC. When you need to find a solution and maybe the momentum or the set isn't in your wheelhouse, find the setter on the court, take the setter out of the play, so now they have to set an out-of-system ball.
And make them more predictable and force a hitting error. Some more substitutions coming for Vegas. The limit is 8 in a set. International rules is 6, college rules 15. But it's the double sub with Hippe and Anisi Havili back in there. Adora Anai serves to Gonzalez. Havili sets low for Hippe. I think that was a little bit on the set. I don't want to single anything out, but.
I mean, she looked at Hippe and said, my bad. She's a veteran. She knows what she can do as an athlete. And, you know, sometimes you make errors and that's okay. You just move on to the next play.
Anai goes soft here. McCage got a lot of tape there, popped up. Gillen was in the net, it looked like, or someone was. So a point for Vegas. Big mistake there for Orlando, which might have been close to getting some momentum.
The Thrill looking to put that foot on the gas pedal to earn these next 2 points.
Michaela White coming straight down with that one.
The defense of the Thrill have to respect White every single time that she's at the net. She's so efficient in serve receive and transition as well. And when they have an in-system pass, they're going to find White.
Got a middle blocker left back here, serve, and you know what, it turned into an issue because off the tip, if that was the libero back there, probably is handled, but White was unable to. Or off the touch, I should say. And now a set point, the first of the day for Vegas. Good serve by McCage. Kenna Sauer inserted into the game for this set as one of the outsides winds up ending the set and sending us to a fourth.
How about that assist, AKA an overpass from McCage's serve, so aggressive, forcing that overpass for that kill. Look at McCage serving that seam, applying that pressure, and with that, an overpass kill.
So Vegas has extended this match. They will not be swept. Going to the fourth.
Proud of you boys. Let's go celebrate now. Let's go.
Well, interesting looking back at some of the numbers in the third set. Vegas had 3 aces in the set. It was Orlando's worst serving set, so the Thrill really won the serve and pass game, and because of that, finally were able to limit the Valkyries offense to around 200. Vegas offense wasn't great in the third set, but they really clamped down on Orlando as Gillen goes down the line to start things off in the fourth. Overall, Orlando still hitting 320 to Vegas's 220, and they have the 2-1 set lead to show for it. AJ Cannell, Victoria Dennis, and the PVF making its way to Vegas. Third straight home match for the Thrill in what will be a 4-match homestand and a span of 12 days featuring 5 Thrill matches.
And the fans have really turned out, and when they come here, they support. They get loud, that's for sure. Opening night almost sold out here at the Dollar Loan Center, and we've really seen the Vegas community come around the Vegas Thrill, and it's very exciting for the sport of volleyball.
And we definitely want to see some more crowds like that opening night and see more and more people get interested. The people that are here, decent crowd, but the noise in terms of attendance number, but the noise they make is noteworthy, and the spirit they bring. And I think we saw another 10-foot line or 3-meter line violation there on a back row attack.
Right, Rivera was trying to set that big attack and just caught that line.
Jill Gillen sliding underneath there is Sauer. Back row for Gonzalez on the slide. Kaz Brown, they handle it. Childress puts it down on the center dump.
With authority as well, Glass Childress. I'm telling you, she got that mama strength. She has 3 little girls at home. You do not want to mess with a mama. Just like that. My teammates, when I played overseas, the athletes that had kids, I swear they came back and hit twice as hard. I'm not making that up, and I'm batting 100% on that statistic.
That's the volley metric you're gonna take to the bank. Even at 3, Vegas looking to win the 4th set and send it to a 5th. That's a pipe attack there for Bell.
Kat Bell saying, "Tiger it" with that attack as it bounces off of Teeler there. Kat Bell lethal in the back row. She's making contact with that ball on the 5-foot line, but jumping at the 10-foot line.
Here's Adora Anai. Hard, deep cross, I should say. And it's in for Anai out of the University of Utah.
And you just got to respect a good swing when a good swing happens. The defense for the Thrill, they were set up where they needed to be, but Anai, she found a way to score. It was that deep 5-6 seam.
She sat out in the Omaha loss just to give some other players a chance. She's been one of their best players this year, Anai, but wanted to get her some rest during a busy time of year. And here you see Vegas giving Hippe a bit of a break today. She's been playing, but only in the double sub situation. But in the lineup has been Kat Bell, and she continues to make an impact. Bell is, I believe that's her 17th kill. There's a Nye again.
And I back-to-back swings into that 5-6 seam. 5-6 seam meaning the back left side of the court, as you can see there. Perfectly executed.
Wilma Rivera, right where you want the serve, splitting two players, causing uncertainty.
Rivera, recently named best server for the World Olympic qualification with Puerto Rico.
Bell hammers off the block. Murphy with the set for Teeler. This time Rivera gets her hands on it to Teeler, dug by Murr. Georgia Murphy doing just enough. And this point continues. Glass Childress gap set for Oblad, blocked. Out of system, Bell into the top of the net. And a long rally win for Orlando.
Right, extended rally, both sides playing defense. The Thrill, they've won their fair share of long rallies, but they're Orlando, they're able to find that on the out of system set.
That replay looked like that was blocked, but I promise you from our view we could see into the net there. Good play by Sauer to keep the point going. Yeah, down the line it works. Change up shot from Gonzalez.
Gonzalez getting crafty with it on the outside, as outsides usually have to do, as we usually get set these fun out of system balls, finding a way to score.
Into McCage and down on the Vegas side. Going back looking at that long rally, they did wind up crediting White with a block. I thought I saw live into the net for sure, but someone will have to go examine the footage. I want to make sure I'm being accurate, and they said White had the block. So it's 8-6. Anai serve handled. Here's Bell, the go-to player today for Vegas. Bell again. Oh, music coming in there all of a sudden, but the shot was out.
That was the right swing that Bell should take. It's an out of system set. She was looking to go up and over the block. It was an aggressive error.
I think we heard about 1.5 seconds of cold play at the end of that point, as Glass Childress a little slow to get up. And then all of a sudden, it's a difference of 3, and Fran Flory has seen enough here in the fourth set. 4-point difference, excuse me, 10-6 is the Orlando lead, with the Thrill playing for their lives in this match here in the fourth set.
Our day has dawned.
A new horizon is upon us.
Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together.
Rally with us!
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Gillen or who?
Anai.
Anai.
Welcome back. It's 10-6 coming off a timeout. And Adora Anai looking to extend this run. Fran Flory had to take timeout for Vegas. Gonzalez trying to swing the thrill back into the set.
Gonzalez has been steady every single time that she's played for the thrill, and she's doing it again. She does her job so well. She's so disciplined and finds a way to score.
Yeah, Fran Flory said they probably wouldn't double sub anytime before 15, but she's sensing the need for it right now based on the matchup. Still pretty early in the fourth set. Gonzalez again. Tied to the net. It's there though for Rivera. McCage blocks it, dangerous. Gonzalez saves. Hippe off the block. Adora Anai setting her fellow left side hitter Gillen. Another long point in favor of the Valkyries.
The Valkyries attacking high hands. Great set there.
That's a really good set.
Yeah, I mean, that set hit itself, but Gillen being able to go in and go with confidence.
That was crisp. That looked like a person who has spent time as a setter. I don't know if that's the case with Anai at 6'1".
She's just talented.
As we're going to see Cruz coming back in now for the Valkyries. Really cool, 26-year pro who played in the 90s for Florida, University of Florida, getting a chance to play in the United States. She is from Toa Baja, Puerto Rico. And that's a kill for Hippe. They're going to bring Cruz back out now. They're actually talking things over with this substitution. Well, at this point, I would think it's way too late to challenge anything. I thought Anai was making the replay motion. My understanding is you have only 7 seconds after the point to make that decision. Well, whether to challenge. Tight for Gillen. Good job to keep that in play. Sauer, yeah.
Sauer buckling down for the thrill. Take a look here. Bump set inside, getting her feet to the ball and swinging high and through that block.
And teams are allowed to claim people off other teams' practice squads. You have to put them on the active roster. That's what Vegas did on February 12th from Grand Rapids with Sauer. Hippe, who is starting to get more time in this match. More of a role as this match has gone along. I mean, it's been the double sub for her every time, but now getting subbed in there earlier in the set.
I like the thrill utilizing that 6-2 switch, especially when you have the depth on the bench that they do. Why not bring a different perspective, bring a different look? That ball apparently is called in.
It was close. It was a strong swing, and now Teeler will go back to serve. Ready for that type of gap set, it looked like, from a cage, spaced out with the setter, Havili. Now, it's felt at times like the Valkyries have had a stranglehold over this match. And even in this set, it's still just a difference of 3. Teeler back row. Murr, excellent dig. Havili to Hippe. Gillen did everything she could on that third touch, but a point for Hippe.
Hippe finding success in that swing. Throwing it inside the block there.
Some house cleaning going on both sides of the net.
When you have relentless defense, you're going to have bodies flying around on the floor.
That's usually a sign people are playing hard when they bring the towels out.
Absolutely.
Gillen, she's hitting hard and has all night. Jill Gillen with 18 kills, up close to 400.
Currently leading Orlando, taking a heavy load on, only 2 hitting errors.
Sauer responds.
Great swing from Sauer coming into this ball game and making a difference. I'll say it again. That play was pushed to the left side of the court, going with that momentum and finding a way to score.
She's come through with 5 kills, 300 hitting as a sub. But Anai now in the front row as the teams go back and forth.
As classic volleyball does, both teams now siding out at a high efficiency rate, and we're halfway through this set, so a lot can happen.
Kaz Brown to serve, Michaela White to the front row. And Brown misses the serve.
As we see that 6-2 switch back in, number 6 Glass Childreth on the court again, and Kat Bell.
Upstairs for Oblad. Nice play by Gillen. Anai runs into it, and Bell was ready.
Bell doing a great job of playing disciplined defense. You can see she doesn't even have to take a step on that because she sees that set is inside. She stays where she's at and then able to press over the net fast.
Sauer didn't really give that one a chance.
It's always tough, that ace to air game. Sauer going for that serve there, and if you're gonna miss long, give your side a chance. Maybe the other guys will take the bait, and better than into the tape.
Yeah, that's what Amy Pauley was saying, the other head coach, but you know, same sort of philosophy. You don't miss into the net, and there's no chance. If you miss long, maybe they'll think about playing it. Good up by Murr. Glass Childress to Bell. Oh, standout day for Kat Bell. Now 18 kills.
What a dig from Murr. Look at how fast that arm is on Bell as she's step closing inside to that.
Murr up to 16 digs. Oblad, nice touch there. Gonzalez unloads. It's a tie set.
Well, there's no I in team, and that's for sure here for the Vegas Thrill. All these athletes stepping up at different times and different moments in the game to continue that momentum on their side.
Seen a 4-point lead already in this set for Orlando. Why not go back to Bell? Just kept in, tough spot for it. Gonzalez tries to put it away. Anai tips right to the middle.
Scramble play from both sides. Couple awkward touches, but Anai able to find that campfire, or donut, some may say, that middle part of the court.
swatted down by Gonzalez, gets the over dig, and McCage takes advantage.
It's taken all three of those front row athletes as Kat Bell rotates to the back row now, but Glass Childress spreading that love and using all of her tools.
No, the reaction there from Amy Pauley was pretty funny. Had that dug right into her. Pancake Bell. Bell again keeping it alive. The defense from Vegas, dig by Murr. Here's Gillen. There's been a few times today where Gillen has said, not gonna happen against me.
She says it every single time that she goes up to swing, that's for sure.
I mean, she has been their point finisher, specifically in those long rallies. Nice serve receive there. Bell. Here is Gillen. Block touch is ready for her. And McCage, that was all McCage there. Wasn't probably the best set we've seen from Glass Childress, but McCage put it away off the block.
Made it work. And with that, finding a point, she was able just to get hand-to-ball contact. All she had there was being able to tool the block. She was able to find that block, and with that, a point.
And even at 18. Teeler long. And the Thrill are in front. I don't know, they've had a lead so far in this set until now.
Staying patient and staying steady and playing disciplined defense.
And they last led at 5-4. That was briefly. Murr digs Gillen. Oh, someone's got to get this. Glass Childress does. Gillen right to Murr. What a matchup that's become. Bell, not enough on that one.
Murr is dug in. She's digging everything right now for the Thrill. She does such a great job of getting inside the block if there's a seam, getting outside the shoulder of the middle. If the middle closes that block, Murr is everywhere.
I would not say this match has had the best rhythm or flow at times, but it's turned into an interesting one. It's close here in the fourth with a chance for the Thrill to send it to 5. McCage blocked. Kaz Brown, huge point there, winning one on their serve.
Finding a way in transition. Read that.
I think that's a smart timeout there from Fran Flory. Thrill on the brink, and it's still, take it while it's still close, right? I love that. It's 20-19 Orlando with a timeout by Vegas here in the fourth.
We gonna take it, 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 gonna take it,
is finally over. A concept years in the making becomes a reality tonight.
We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight's going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway. And what a start. And a serve for Whiteley. Picks out Nona Miller.
Just so
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
Vegas calls timeout here late in the fourth set. coming off the 6th stuff block for Kaz Brown and the 12th for Orlando. Now what's the strategy to get over or through that block and side out if you're Vegas?
Right now the Thrill has a front row setter, meaning that they have a left side attack and a middle blocker. They have Gonzalez and Bell in the back row, both as attacking options, or you just play dodgeball like Kat Bell, let that serve go out of bounds, and with that find yourself a point.
That would be the easiest way to do it. And they'll take the missed serve. It's all 20s. Serving sub. Big situation here for Janet Kalanuvalu. Had only played in 2 sets coming into today. This is her 2nd set appearance today. Played collegiately at Miami. Here's Kalanuvalu. Oh, you agonize for her there. You know she doesn't want to come in and do that, but she's also trying to be aggressive.
The Thrill just have to find a first ball side out here to get Kat Bell back in the front row.
Get the pass from Gonzalez. Bell D-ball gets herself back into the front row.
Great attack set location there from Glass Childreth. Up off of her left shoulder, finishing that set.
Overpass, Oblad couldn't do enough there, missed opportunity. Anai smacks that one, good block touch. They're feeding Bell like she's an outside. Sauer, effective with the tip. Find the setter though, so it's Murr looking for the assist. Bell, smart, diving play by Gillen, and it's sent down the line by Anai. What a play by both Gillen and Anai.
Talk about Gillen there on that defense, reading that. She is so quick. And then Anai being able to go tit for tat there back down the line.
Amy Pauley said that in her rationale for executing the trade on draft day for Jill Gillen, swapping her out for Paige Briggs, who had better passing numbers on paper. That still may be true, but she said Jill Gillen is just my type of player. They're wiping off the court. Carly Scott is coming in to take this serve.
Scott, an active player on the AVP tour. Seen her a couple times out there on the sand.
Yeah, a lot of beach experience, including in college as well. Bell, hard cross. This is a great 4th set.
A point-for-point ball game from Orlando and the Thrill. It's Bell with the first ball side out for the Thrill.
This is the first appearance for the Thrill of the season for Kenna Sauer. Came in the 3rd set, made an impact. Misses the serve there. Couple of situations in a row for the Thrill with just some brutal misses in terms of timing.
Right, within 20 points at 2020. Since 2020, the Thrill have had 2 missed serves, which is something you don't want to do in crunch time, but how do you respond? You got to lock it in for a first ball side out.
Perhaps the best Orlando server, Rivera. Here's Bell, is blocked, and it's a match point for the Valkyries.
Anai clamping down with that left hand and finding the floor. Lining up in front of her attacker.
Is not who you want serving when you have no timeouts left on match point. Gonzalez, good pass. Here's Bell, blocked again. Where does Glass Childress go? Back row, Sauer, her best swing at the biggest time.
Sauer, what a swing and a clutch moment. Being an active attacker there on the back row, unleashing on that ball.
Man, the first appearance all night for Megan Jemison, the 2-time national champion at Stanford. And Amy Pauley is going to stop play, call timeout.
Pauley using this right now to ice the thrill.
And we'll step aside here with the Orlando head coach, talk strategy when we come back.
We gonna take it, 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 gonna
The wait is finally over. A concept years in the making becomes a reality tonight.
We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight is going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway. And what a start. And a serve for Whiteley. Picks out Nunaviller.
Just so
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
So we'll see as they're ready to go here where Megan Jemison goes. In a second straight match point situation, the first play of the day for Jemison, coming in effective serve. Sealer tried to put it away. Now Gonzalez tips. Anai right side. We're still playing. Murphy goes to Anai. Rejected. McCage gets it to Deuce.
Are you kidding me? Talk about winning the long rallies and playing disciplined defense. McCage just doing what she does best.
First team to take a 2-point lead wins the set. Oh man, another service error. Well, Jemison, she got him to Deuce though, and now they'll have to receive the other jump server for Orlando, Anai.
All three options in the front row right now for the thrill. They have a back row attack option as well.
Not a good pass there. Gonzalez has had a lot of good passes today. For the match, Gillen blocked. Gillen right back to her. Block touch. Great set. Bell, yes! Glass Childress, a prime time set. And Bell put it away to save another match point.
Kat Bell with a block and then in transition gets a kill within the same rally.
Step one, get the serve in. One-on-one, setter against Gillen, no chance.
Point for point action. Number 9, White at the service line. A middle serving for Orlando.
Jill Gillen up to 19 kills, another match point. Bell. Dug by Anai, but McCage and Glass Childress are there, and McCage comes down with the stuff.
McCage cannot be stopped, especially when she's blocking. You do not want to see her across the net from you.
And Vegas give themselves a set point by winning on their serve. Gonzalez. Sealer. Bell digs. Glass Childress wins the joust.
Glass Childress showing that mama strength. Her 3 baby girls at home. She does not lose a joust.
Timeout, Orlando. Last time out of the set for the Valkyries. All right, put yourselves in the Valkyrie shoes now. I always like to go with the team that's receiving serve. I mean, you've had repeatedly, it was 24-22. So back-to-back match points saved. And then since then, 2 more match points get saved. You've had 4 chances to end this thing, and now all of a sudden you're staring at a potential 5th set. How do you respond here?
Right, well, the Thrill, they've been relentless. They've put themselves in this situation. Orlando assist rate here, 57, the Thrill, 52. But at the end of the day right now, it's been the serve and pass here within the clutch go time, right? It's the 20-20, and then it went back and forth, back and forth. The Thrill minimized their unforced errors to put themselves in this position here.
Kat Bell leading the way for Vegas with 22 kills as an opposite today. Double-double for her. Kylie Murr, 21 digs for Vegas. Georgia Murphy with 15 for Orlando. With the 20-kill day from Gillen, 17 kills, 19 digs for Adore Anai. First set point of the 4th for Vegas. Bell dives. She's had a few of those diving plays. McCage kept it up. Sauer got it over. Dug by Gonzalez. Here's Bell. Was there contact? No. Vegas does have a challenge here. You get 2%, and it's hard to imagine why you wouldn't want to use it. Worth a shot, because if you win it, even if you don't love your chances to win it, if you win it, you're going to the 5th. Challenge is, was there contact made off the swing by Kat Bell?
That was the right set there in transition. Kat was up, she was ready to go. Looking for high hands there.
What do you talk about here in a huddle, a de facto timeout, when you're not quite certain? Well, I guess you figure if the challenge comes down and is successful, you're going to the 5th anyway. So you're talking about what to do if it's unsuccessful. But we're going to see what they've been looking at here. Our Bolt 6 technology doesn't appear there was contact. Not there. So we have seen 4 match points saved. Now we've seen a set point saved by Orlando. And Ajani Teeler is the server. Slide play, McCage, block was there. Sauer, hard swing. Adore Anai back row, Murr with the dig, D-ball, Bell. Here's Gillen. McCage blocked it. Kaz Brown blocked by Sauer on the floor. It wasn't kept up by Teeler. McCage put it down.
Defense's heart and attitude, and the Thrill are relentless. Talk about McCage getting on her workhorse there, going left, going right, and then finishing that play with the overpass stuff.
Second set point, Vegas. Gillen, Gonzalez is there. Over free ball. Brown blocked, covered by Rivera. Gillen, well done.
Gillen off shot, right up and over the block.
He took the building's breath away with that decision. Here's Bell. That got maybe shoulder there, popped way upstairs. Pushed to Sauer. Anai. gives Orlando a 5th match point.
Anai firing away, high hands here for Orlando. Able to find a way inside that block.
Jill Gillen, what a day it's been for her. Could this be it for Orlando? They're gonna have a shot. It's Adora Anai, tips again, Sauer is there. That'll do it. Kaz Brown says goodbye. 30-28 in the 4th.
Back-to-back off-speed shots there from Gillen. The determining factor, but talk about relentless defense from the throw.
We're going to come back and talk with Jill Gillen. Impressive performance by her and the Orlando Valkyries, winning this one for the 2nd straight time against the Vegas Thrill in 4. This was a fun match today. We will recount it with Jill Gillen coming up.
Finally over, a concept years in the making becomes a reality tonight. We have stars that are sure to make a splash in terms of heads.
There are stars everywhere you look.
No secret that tonight is going to be epic.
Prepare to make history. And we are underway, and what a start. And a serve for Whiteley. Picks out Nunaviller.
Just so
It's the high performance moment of the week, brought to you by Ren Athletics.
14-12. Sydney Hilly. Maddox pulls the setter off. Right side swing. We're done. Match point. Las Vegas takes their inaugural match and starts at 1-0.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today, available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
We gonna take it, 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 gonna take it,
Hey, just there's no other word besides outlast there for Orlando over Vegas in the 4th set. It felt like a set that could have gone either way. Both teams had their chances, and we could easily be watching the 5th set right now, but credit the Valkyries.
Right, I mean, they were relentless. They found ways to score in transition. The Thrill, they came back. They showed what the heart and soul is of the Vegas Thrill. Easily could have gone 5. If it went 5, we might have seen a different outcome, but you gotta give it to the Valkyries. They showed up and they showed out. They utilized all the tools in their toolbox. They got their offense going. Rivera went back there, was nailing those serves, spreading her offense. And with that, they were able to find a successful win.
Yeah, we're going to speak with Jill Gillen coming up in a moment with a 21 kill, 9 dig day. She hit 320, and her and Adora Anai, the outsides, were both spectacular. Anai had a monster double-double with 18 kills and 20 digs for Orlando, and just a great all-around match for the Valkyries. And one of the leaders in that match was Jill Gillen, who hit 320 and had a match-high 21 kills in this one. She is joining us right now here at the table. And Joe, what was going through your mind there as Vegas saved 4 different match points? How did you kind of stick with it and wind up overcoming in the final set?
Well, this week we've kind of been working on always being closers, ABC. That's what we've been talking about, especially in the red zone. And so I think just knowing that we weren't out and we had a chance to come back each point was really helpful, and we've been practicing it, so it's been great.
It seems like in the face of adversity, I'm really close to you right now. These headsets are really, can be loud, but in the face of adversity, I mean, you just excel, right? And the position that you play, I'm not the first one to say this to you, and I hate to bring up the height 5'7", but that's such a baller move from you to like face that adversity and face it head on, because I'm sure you've been told throughout your career, you know, oh, you're to this, you're to that. What do you have to say for the little girls watching at home who are playing youth 12, 13, 14 that are currently undersized but want to play at this level as an outside hitter?
I think it's, you know, what you give. If you want to work hard and you want to do it, you can. A lot of people will set limits on you, but you can't set limits on yourself. And as long as you have your people in your corner, that's what matters. And don't give up. I think a lot of kids now get told they can't do something and it just shuts them down. And I just want them to know that that's not the case, as long as you keep working hard and give it your all.
I want to go back for our final question to the draft day trade, and Amy Pauley told us that, you know, in the first place that she regretted not taking you, and she said that you're her type of player. What does that mean to you when she says that you know you're her type of player?
I think I'm just really aggressive. I don't know, I'm kind of fiery. I like to win. I'm all competitive, you know. Not that other girls are not. I just will do what I need to do to help the team. If I'm not scoring on hitting, okay, then I'm going to turn my focus on defense, and I'm going to evolve my game and change my game up. And I think that's been really helpful for our team, so I'm glad I can do that.
Did a lot of good things today, Jill. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Again, 21 kills, hit 320, and she had 9 digs as well in this one as the Valkyries win this one in 4. Thank you to our sponsors as well, who were so great getting this show up and running once again today. And take a look at all the sponsors right there. Thank you so much for all of your support. And thanks to our great crew as well. Victoria, I'll give you a chance now for final thoughts on this one.
Yeah, final thoughts. Orlando, again, they showed up, they showed out. They have a lot of activity at the pins and in the middle. And for me, the thrill, they faced adversity as well. They showed what they can do and come back, almost pushing it a 5th set. But you got to give a round of applause to Orlando for what they did on a road trip.
Yeah, early in the match, you would not have thought Vegas would have extended this as far as they did. Great job by the Thrill. For our entire crew, Victoria, Dennis, AJ, Cannell, saying so long from Henderson.